oceans apart, day after day, and I slowly go insane. I hear your voice on the line, but it doesn't stop the pain. If I see you next to never, how can we say forever? Wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here waiting for you. Whatever it takes, or how my heart breaks, I will be right here waiting for you. Now, that is from one of my favorite songs by Richard Marx. It's an old 80s song. Y'all know that's all I listen to. So, if you thought about the lyrics, then you know what today's discussion is about. Today, I'm going to talk about things that Aquarius can do in long distance relationships to keep the relationship going. Now, mind you, other signs may like this list too. I made it for Aquarius, but there's no reason why other signs can't enjoy it. So let's do the introduction, and then we're going to get right into this list that I created. I am Queen Osset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to everyone and anyone who might like it too. Please drop us a positive comment in the comment section. And check out underneath this video, because if you want to get a reading done, all my information is underneath this video. If you would like to send a donation to the channel, if you would like to become a patron on Patreon, if you want to get some Ask an Aquarius merchandise or some ArchAngel Michael merchandise, underneath this video is a plethora of information. Okay? So let's get to this list. Now, let's be frank, okay? I've been in a lot of long distance relationships because as an Aquarius, I like having a meaningful connection with another person without having to cater to them or them cater to me every day. Okay? So some Aquarius told me in the comment section they not feeling that. And other Aquarius was like, okay, maybe so. So that's me. I've had a lot of long distance relationships, long distance friendships, or just long distance, romantic lovers, whatever. And it always worked for me. Now, in the old days of when the internet first began, some of you guys remember people would always use the term cyber sex. Okay? So if you're in a long distance relationship, clearly the first one, before I even get to the list, is cyber sex. Cyber sex is when you do sexual things with your significant other online. This could include making videos of you doing things to yourself or your body. This could include pictures, still shots. This could include going, talking, FaceTiming or whatever together and doing kinky things together on cam. This can include getting toys. They have toys now that you can like play with in like some kind of way. You Bluetooth them to the other person across the world and y'all can do things to each other. So cybering is the way everybody knows. Everybody knows about cybering, okay? Some people are into it, some people are not. But everybody knows about it. Okay? So if you're in a long distance relationship, do I recommend that? Yeah, I do. Because it's the one way to keep that person hungry for you. Okay? And you hungry for that other person. One thing you will always hear me tell people is to make sure your lover is always hungry for you. Another thing I will always say is always leave them wanting more. Okay? So if you're in a long distance relationship, that is very healthy. It's very healthy to keep the juices flowing and the interest on each other, right? So let's get to the list that I made, because besides that, what can Aquarius and long distance relationships do together? Now, some of these you might already be doing or you might have already thought about, but these are the ones that came to me. The first one that came to me was online games. There's all kinds of games, Call of Duty, Fortnite. I don't play any of them, but I see them as I'm scrolling. There's all kinds of games you can play online with another person. And I think through your gaming systems, you all know about this kind of stuff, those of you that have these things. But there's online games you and your significant other can play together. Awesome. Number two, you can watch a movie or a video together. The other day, I was talking to my friend in Facebook Messenger, and there was a way we could pull up videos and watch them together. So you can do this in a plethora of different ways online. So you guys can watch something together and maybe afterwards discuss what you just watched. Number three, read the same book. I love this. Oh my God, this is one of my favorite ones. I'm doing this right now with one of my favorite Libras. We're reading the same book at the same time. So let's say Monday, we read pages 1 to 3, for example. And then on Tuesday, we discuss what we read and talk about our feelings about it, what we learned about it, what ideas we have, whatever. You know, we just talk about what we read and what we have absorbed from it. And you can do this with any topic, with any book. We're using an Egyptian Mayat book, you know, but you can use anything. You can use anything you're both interested in. You could read a romance novel together and then discuss the plot, you know, and what you think is going to happen. So it really can be any book, but the bottom line is get the same book, read it together, and discuss it. Real easy. Virtual vacations. Okay, so let's say you want to go on a vacation one day together. You can actually go on what they call a virtual vacation. This means that they have certain places. You type in virtual vacation and the place you want to go, that they have a websites where you can look around at the sites, the hotels. I mean, you and this person can sit together online and do a virtual vacation, literally. So if you want to go to Italy, for example, you can sit there together and look at the sites and look at the hotels and look at the architecture and talk about the things you want to do when you are finally able to come together and take that trip. They call it a virtual vacation. Very, very interesting. I think that's cute. I haven't tried it yet, but I think that one's really cute. Create a playlist together. So create a playlist, okay? Let's say love songs, for example, or songs that you want to make love to when you're finally together, you know? And you both, you know, add songs to it and decide which ones yes and which ones no, you know? So that by the time you meet up, you have this perfect playlist of music that you both enjoy, you know. And this can be love music. You can do one for, I did one for exercising, I did one for chilling. Like, you know, you can do different playlists. Like, so by the time you are together, you guys can have a really fun playlist that you both contributed to creating. Number 6 is send care packages. So a care package basically is, you can be very creative with this. You can just get a plain old box and put stuff in the box you know the other person would like. You know, you could make them a gift bag where you really do it pretty and then put that in a box and mail it to them. It can be a bag with that tissue paper in it and little glitter stars, you know, whatever, and put like anything that you can mail basically to that person. It can be like perfumes, or it can be lingerie, or whatever you want to mail to them. But instead of like sending it from Amazon, which is fine, if you don't have a lot of time, you could go to Amazon and hit gift wrapped and then write something sexy in the card. You could do that. But with the gift bag, you make it yourself. So you can put whatever and do whatever in this gift bag and make it as beautiful as you want, you know? Depends on how much creativity and how much time you have, you know? But you could create a really nice care package for this person. I remember going to camp, or movies about going to camp, and the mom would always send a care package, and it always had your favorite snacks in it, and it had your favorite, you know, toy and a letter from your mom, you know, stuff like that. You can send similar care packages to your lover. You can send them a love letter, you know, and some candy, or one of your sweaters so they can sleep in it, you know. You can get as creative and sweet with it as you want to, you know. I know for me, one thing that women tell me they like a lot, They love to wear their significant other's hoodie, their jacket. You could send them something like that smells like you. I love that. So it's all kind of things like that you can do with a care package. A care package basically it just depends on the laws of mailing things in that country or that state. If you're mailing it from state to state, you can go to USPS.com if you're in the United States. And if you're in another country or another place, all you have to do is look up the mailing laws. What can be mailed? Like, for example, you're not supposed to mail things to Costa Rica that have seeds in them. I don't know why, but that's a rule. So you wouldn't want to mail me sunflower seeds or something like that, So you have to check on those kind of things, but it could be really sweet if you do it right, So that's the idea for the care package. I love that one. 7, do a virtual date night. Oh God, virtual date night is so cool, right? So you come to your computer, you go to your Facebook Messenger or whatever video chat that you have, and you both get a meal. Either the way I've seen it has been delivered. So both people had a meal delivered around the same time, and they had some wine, delivered at the same time. And they sat together and ate together and talked, and like one of them was playing soft music in the background, and they had literally a virtual date on their computer. I was like, that is so cute. I'm like, oh my God. So this is a great idea for a long distance couple. Obviously send flowers. That's a very common one. I love roses. A lot of people do. Gifts and flowers, gifts. Remember I said about Amazon. Amazon is cool because they will gift wrap it for you, and they will allow you to write something in the card. So I would always put like a line from a song I like, or a little poem that I wrote, or something like that. That you can't put that many words in it, but something small and sweet could be really awesome for your significant other. Send e-cards. If you type in e-card in Google, sites that you can send e-cards will come up. And the e-card is basically like a card, like a birthday card, but it comes to their email, and they can open it right then and there, and it's a little birthday picture or a little I love you picture or whatever, and it's a message from you. I used to do these all the time, and I write poetry, like you guys know. I haven't written in a long time, but I have a lot of poems that I've written. So sometimes I would write the person a poem and then put it into one of these e-cards. Not good with writing poems? Take one off of Google. Just don't plagiarize. Make sure the person knows you didn't write it. Don't pretend to write the poem if you didn't. And number 10, watch live streams together. YouTube does live streams all the time. I've even done them in the past, and I intend to do more in the future because you guys keep asking me about them, and I had fun doing them. My time is really crazy, but I have more time now, so I'm like, ooh, I want to do a live stream one day, so stay tuned for that. But you guys could watch live streams together. You can both go into the live stream room. Y'all can talk to each other, talk to other people, watch the stream, comment on it. And in this way, you're not really alone and intimate. You have more of a group thing going on, but it still can be fun to have those conversations. So those are the things that couples can do in long distance relationships. Now, if you guys have any that I didn't mention, please leave them in the comment section. Or if you've tried any of these and you had a good experience or a bad experience, please leave that in the comment section. I would love to hear about your experiences with long distance dating. Now we're going to read some positive comments. The first one comes from Molly. Molly, what's up, Molly? Molly said, I really hate that you experienced the dark cancer. Girl, me too. I hate it every day, girl. Because there are a lot of us who know how to deal with our emotions, for one thing. It's called emotional intelligence. I agree with that. Really, I wish I could find my better half soon. I don't really care about what sign they are, although there is a lot of similarities in their signs. I like to give people a chance regardless of their sign. By the way, I do follow you from time to time because I know several Aquarians. Ah, okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. And yeah, I experienced a very dark cancer, but I've also experienced cancers that I like. I never cut off a sign completely. And this is why. Because I know people in every sign that I don't like. Guaranteed. And I know people in every sign that I do like. So I never cut a sign off. And I hope that you find somebody regardless of their sign as well, Molly. I think love is so beautiful. I am the most hopeless romantic, you know. A lot of third decan Aquarius are. And I think that love is so beautiful. So I hope that you find that. Middle way. Hey, middle way. Middle way said, ugh, laugh out loud. That energy transfer that comes with touch and more, laugh out loud. Energy transfer. I'm going to talk about it real fast. When you touch somebody, when you come close to somebody, when you even in the room in somebody's proximity, energy transfers from people to people. Have you ever been someplace and somebody was happy? I mean, just joyous, and you felt yourself like, oh, okay. Like you felt happy too. You didn't even know why, you know? Or the opposite. One time I was in Pep Boys, and I just walked into Pep Boys. And I was chilling. I had been in my car, you know what I mean? I had been chilling in my Jeep. I walk into Pep Boys, I'm fine. Everybody in Pep Boys was pissed. And this is when I was first learning about having the abilities of an empath. And I go into Pep Boys, and suddenly I was wiped over with this wave of anger. And I was like, where is that coming from? And I felt angry in myself. I had to go outside because I didn't know what was wrong with me. And then somebody told me that they had just got finished arguing with the cashier. It was like 4 or 5 people in line. They was cussing the cashier out because the cashier had done something. And I walked in, lucky me, in the middle of this altercation. But by the time I walked in, they had stopped arguing and the cashier had walked away to go do whatever they were supposed to do. And I walk in and all this angry energy is everywhere. So that's energy transfer. And when you touch someone, especially in an intimate or an aggressive way, sexually, or, you know, just aggressive, just in general, is really a strong transfer. I definitely agree, middle way. Definitely. That's why I always tell people to be careful who they go to bed with. Because you are taking in their energy and you're giving them yours. So if their energy is really fucked up, guess who gets stuck with it? Guess who gets stuck with trying to cleanse that or get rid of that or something with it, you know? Gross. So I definitely agree. All right, guys, you come back soon because I got so much more to say. You wouldn't believe how much more I have to say. See you later.